Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And starting here on the 4-hour chart, we can see of course that we are still in our impulse towards the upside, where we have triple 1-2s is 1-2 1-2 1-2, and we have already a wave 3 which it has finished probably after 1 2 3 4 5, of course in the yellow scenario, finishing this orange wave 3, and after that having a wave 4. It's a very short wave 4 related to this wave 2 here. However, it still can be, it has hit the 0.618 FIP time, which is uncommon FIP time, but it can still be. So we have bottomed here probably for a wave 4. Now the problem is, the biggest problem is with your wave 5. Your wave 5 looks like 3 waves towards the upside. However, the problem is that I cannot ignore that this might be your wave 5 because of the highest amount of volume that we got, of course, in this area. Now, of course, also we see a very high volume here, finishing, of course, probably a wave 3 here as well. But this is your wave 3 for, yeah, for the main wave 3, right? And after that, you would like to see for a wave 5 anyway, a lower volume after a wave 3, which is, of course, perfect for an impulse as a volume indication. And it tells us that, okay, this is your end of the impulse. And in that case scenario, of course, I have to consider that this wave F5 was deviated somehow, and it was not like a perfect impulse. Maybe it can be somehow a 1 2 3 4 and a 5, probably, where we have a wave 1, small wave 1 here probably. However, it is not perfectly done, but yeah, still can be considered as a wave 5, of course, yeah, due to the high amount of volume. Now, what we are looking after, of course, here we see a very, very sharp move towards the downside, and also with a very high amount of volume for this red candle. Now, that might be, of course, your A, B, and a C, as, of course, three waves toward the downside. And as we saw here the last days, of course, a move toward the upside, but this move toward the upside was not really impulsive. We saw a lot of overlapping, of course, as you can see, and we saw a lot of correction after each time. We thought that a wave 3 might start to move towards the upside, and suddenly we move towards the downside. The highest signal that this is not an impulse as well, that this has reached only the 1-to-1 fib level, taken from here as 1 2 3. It has reached only the 1 fib level, which is not a target for a wave 3. Actually, it could be a zigzag, by the way, or it could be a 1-2-1-2. Now, probably here we have finished, of course, if we are bullish and we are still looking at a 1-2-1-2 here. Therefore, we have to finish this as a triangle here, where you have finished probably, or yeah, as WXY, even it can be as yeah, A, B, and a C. Somehow you have finished a WXY, or a running flat, or a truncated flat, I would say. And then you have start to have 1 2 3 4 5 for your wave 1, and then wave 2, then 1 2 3 4 and a 5 for another wave 1, and now you're looking for a wave 2 again. As you can see, your wave 2 can have several targets, where we want to hit, of course, at least the uncommon targets here, 0.38 and 0.5. We have reached the 0.5 so far, 103k. Now, preferably, of course, for a wave 2 normally is the green boxes. However, when you have 1-2s or double 1-2s, it is very, very common, of course, to hit at the higher fib levels, and then continuation towards the upside. Now, as you can see, we see some green, but we're gonna check on the 1-hour chart the eligibility, of course, of a bullish scenario. Now, in a bearish scenario, you are, of course, still here as three waves down, and then A, B, and a C. Your wave C is one impulse towards the upside, like somehow 1 2 3 4 and a 5, with an extended wave 5. And that means, of course, that you have finished three waves down, three waves up, and then you are looking for five waves toward the downside for a wave C in an expanding flat. And that means, of course, this is an A, B, and a C. Now, in that case, you would like to hit, of course, the 90,000 almost as a minimum target for 1.38 fib level, 90,200, and probably getting into the 87.5. And that, of course, your very bearish scenario. Now, if we take a look on the 1 hour chart, we can see that, yeah, we are moving down impulsively somehow, where we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3. Now, of course, it cannot be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because your wave 4 has interfered inside your wave 1. Therefore, it's a double 1, 2, and then 3, and then probably 4, 5, 4, 5. To hit, of course, somehow those fib level. But yeah, if you hit those fib level and you are finishing in an impulse, that doesn't mean that this is a finished wave 2 because your wave 2 is impulsive here. That means it might have 3 waves up and then continuation towards the downside. And that might mean your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you have finished here and you start to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, if your wave 4 doesn't interfere with your wave 1 and this was impulsive, then of course this is a different scenario is unfolding here. And that might be an A, B, and a C finished here and then starting to move towards the upside. So this is your signal, of course, for a bullish scenario. Be careful from the bearish scenario that it might, of course, continue towards the downside. On the 15-minute chart, we can see, of course, that the price is going higher still. We would like to see higher prices, of course, for a wave 3, 4, and a 5, and then 3 waves down, and then continuation towards the upside, of course, breaking this level as a confirmation. So yeah, basically these are the scenarios. You can look at the volume here. We have a lot of buyers entering, and also on KGT we can see as well. Yeah, I mean that is not so much very high signal of bullish, but actually it is much more bearish on the KGT, where we have a convergence with the price action and those bearish signals. We see, of course, like the price action is moving down while the CVDs also are moving down as bearish signals, of course telling us that this is a high potential of continuation towards the downside. If we take a look at the accumulation of buyers and sellers, we can see, of course, a lot of red candles are accumulating more than 3 bars after each others are, of course, appearing. It means there is a lot of selling pressures as well. Now, of course, we saw some green candles here, which it might also tell us, of course, that this is the start of some bullish scenario. But yeah, we have to watch this and see what's gonna happen. So that was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.